Ta-da! One smiling goldfish. It's obviously never tried combo cola.
Hey, Nancy. This mean you got them cans stacked?
You bet. They look just like the picture you gave me, which you can have back.
Here's your batteries, and thanks, Nancy.
It's silly to try to explore this in the dark. Uh-oh. So this is the speakeasy. Wow. Those must be the spigots William Akers mentioned in his journal. The spigot won't move. There must be a way to unlock these spigots. Ah, he's so cute. If map is correct, the tree where Vitus would bark at the hawks used to be right about here. So Lucy would swim out to the shipwreck, which is about here. Hi, Vivian. It's Nancy Drew.
More questions?
I'm afraid so.
It's Nancy! Eustacia says hi. Go on, dear.
Do you know anything about the dog Malone called Xander?
He barked. They all barked. Bark, 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 bark. All of them except Iggy.
Do you have any idea what Xander was barking at?
I can't remember. Those dogs are just one big noisy blur.
It's been fun talking to you.
I'll be suing you. Nancy, how's it going?
This caller ID stuff is going to take some getting used to.
I'm here too, Nan. What's going on?
I think somebody may have deliberately put poison down Sally's well.
Yikes. What makes you think that?
The Department of Health found unusually high levels of arsenic in the water sample I sent them.
Somebody's trying to poison you with arsenic? They said that?
It's apparently not unusual to find some arsenic in well water.
So somebody could be trying to poison you. But you don't know for sure.
Right, and they may not be trying to poison anybody. They may want to contaminate the well just enough to force Sally to either go to the expense of digging a new one or forget the whole thing and leave.
And because arsenic is found naturally in well water anyway, you may never know for sure. Bummer.
Hey, newsflash. I think I know why somebody wants to scare Sally off her property, and it has nothing to do with birds, parks, or artifacts.
So what does it have to do with?
Gold, as in 600 pounds of gold bullion.
Come on, Nancy, tell us everything. Gold is one of my favorite subjects.
Well, I found William Akers' journal, who, it turns out, was our friendly park ranger's grandfather.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Not as interesting as 600 pounds of gold. Go on, Nancy.
Have you ever heard of the hole-in-the-floor gold heist?
I've heard of the hole-in-the-wall gang.
Well, according to Akers' journal, in 1931, somebody stole a shipment of gold bars in broad daylight by dropping them through a hole in the floor of a moving train.
Let me guess. The thieves were never caught, and the gold was never found.
You got it. According to Akers, Malone masterminded the whole thing, and he hid the gold right here on his Moon Lake property.
You think it's still there?
It must be. Like you said, Nancy, that would explain why somebody wants Sally, and now you, out of there so bad.
I also found a map with the inscription, "The dogs will lead the way."
You found a treasure map? My gosh, Nancy. Secret passageways, buried treasure? You're like a magnet for that stuff.
The dogs will lead the way to what?
According to the journal, Malone left Akers the map and said it would show him where the gold was, but all it has on it is that inscription and some landmarks.
What kind of landmarks?
The house, the shoreline, some rocks in the lake, the pump, the cemetery, and it's crisscrossed with lines like a grid.
A grid? Sounds like precise locations are involved.
Bye, you guys.
Don't be a stranger.
Take care.
Hello?
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Nancy. Hey, Joe. Pick up the phone. Joe's in the kitchen. Worked up a real appetite watching me vacuum out the car. Hello?
Hi, Joe. It's Nancy. What are you eating?
Sandwich. Either roast beef or really old turkey. Can't tell. Don't care. So how's life as a dog catcher?
I finally got into the speakeasy. Care to guess what I found there?
Well, you didn't find the gold, obviously.
Worse, I found nothing. No gold, no vault full of loot, nothing. Just some paintings of Malone's dogs, which according to Malone's ex-girlfriend, have something to do with a map I found, though I have no idea what.
Is there anything else in the paintings besides the dogs?
Not really. The picture of Iggy shows him just lying there sleeping. Vitus is barking at birds, Lucy seems to be lying on top of an overturned boat, and I couldn't tell what Xander is doing because his painting is damaged.
So the dogs aren't just sitting there looking cute.
No, not at all.
What are you getting at, Frank? If he wanted paintings of his dogs, why didn't Malone just have their portraits done? I mean, that's what most people do, right? I just think it's interesting that he chose to have them painted in action doing things.
According to Acre's journal, Iggy liked to sleep on the porch all day.
If he was painted doing his favorite thing in his favorite spot, maybe the other dogs were too.
Later, guys.
You bet. Bye, Nancy.
Hello?
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, hi. How's it going?
I'm afraid I have some bad news. I had your well water tested, and according to the health department, it contains a very high level of arsenic.
Arsenic? Somebody poisoned my well?
Maybe, maybe not. The health department is running more tests. When you bought the house, did anyone mention a problem with the well?
No. And it doesn't matter. I love that house, and I am going to live in it. If that well's bad, I'll just dig another one. At least I will when I know for sure why bad things keep happening there. You are going to figure that out, right, Nancy?
You bet I am.
I knew I could count on you.
What would you say if I told you there's a speakeasy under your house?
Are you kidding me?
Nope. To get into it, I had to go down some stairs that were hidden in the cemetery.
Cemetery? Good grief. You know, sometimes I wonder whether I bought a house or an amusement park.
Talk to you later.
Keep me posted.
Hello there. I owe you an apology. After you came up here looking for those red tails, I gave my map a closer look and realized it was more than 50 years old. Reason you can't find them is probably because their favorite nesting tree is gone. Finding that hawk's gonna be harder than I thought, so why don't you just give me back my camera and I'll take it from here. It didn't get burned up in that fire or anything, did it?
Somebody clobbers me over the head and then tries to barbecue me, and all you're worried about is your camera?
It's a very expensive camera.
I never noticed those gas cans before.
I ran out of gas. So much for being prepared, huh? Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. I'm sure you've got places to go, things to see, people to pester.
You'll be happy to know that I did get a picture of a red-tailed hawk. So here's your camera back. I got all the birds.
Thank you, Nancy. Nice work. You're a credit to your generation.
See you in a while.
No hurry.